everyday iron-on vinyl, which I've already opened, so that makes it a little bit easier. Cut that right off. Now, my design is, we'll use the full length, and it's 4 inches. And you can always check that in Cricut Design Space if you don't recall how much vinyl to cut off. You can just use scissors, or you can use a craft knife to just cut it off, which I will do right now. It's approximately 4 inches right there. You can of course be more exact if you'd like. Go. Take that back up. Don't forget to put your, you can either slip it back on, tape it, or slide it in the bottom so that you don't forget what kind of vinyl you used. All right, so now the slightly tricky part, which is which side of the vinyl to put down. I've created an entire video to help you identify which is the side to cut your vinyl. The easy rule to remember is shiny side down. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put shiny side down. There are some exceptions, and that happens when it's shiny on both sides and it's hard to tell which side. And my video explains exactly what to do. Oops, that's not in the right spot. My video shows you exactly what to do and how to determine the right side to cut your iron-on vinyl every time so that you don't waste any materials. I like to use my brayer to make sure that the vinyl is really well adhered to the mat, so there's no wrinkles. You don't want any wrinkles when you cut this. All right, there we go, that's all set. Now our next step is to cut this out. So we've already prepared it in Design Space and sent it to our Cricut, so we're gonna go ahead and cut it now. Now you wanna make sure that you have your fine point blade in and that everything is all good to go. And you want to watch for the flashing Cricut button, and when that's ready to go, you go ahead and you press the button and it starts to cut. All right, there we go. And once it's cut, we unload our machine with the unload button, and we have our material all cut out. I don't know if you can see that, but it's definitely cut out. And that looks excellent. So we'll peel it off our mat. Sometimes it's easier to place it face down and down like that. I like to tuck my mats under my machine so they're out of the way, just like that. All right, and then we are left with our design, which we can see here. This is going to be the top of it, and this is covered with the carrier sheet stuck to it already. So you don't need to have any kind of transfer tape or anything. It's actually pretty awesome in that way. But what we do need to do now is weed our project. So weeding means to remove all of the vinyl that we don't want transferred to our project when we iron it on or use a heat press. So that means you remove all the extra little bits. And you're gonna want your weeding tool for this, and I've also used my craft knife because I like to get it started. Because I find it very difficult to just sort of peel it away from the edge. It never really wants to come free very easily. So what I do is make a small nick in the corner. You don't want to cut all the way through, just cut through the iron-on vinyl. And I'm on the matte side, the cut side right now. And then it's easier to peel off once you've made that cut, I find. So I have just nicked the corner right here, and now I can get my fingernail under the edge of the vinyl easier because of that little nick. If you have any problems, you can use your weeding tool to kind of pull it away like this. So, and once you have it started, you just continue to pull it away from the carrier sheet. And your design will stay on the carrier sheet, and the part that you do not want will pull away, just like this. There we go. Now, if you look at it, you'll see that there are, not all of it has been removed, right? So we've got the parts inside the heart and the wings and the letters as well. Let's go ahead and cut this off right here. And we'll save this heart for our test. And always keep your little scraps off to the side, away from your work area, so that they don't get mixed in with other things. So here's our heart. Let's have it there. Now, the design has hollow wings.
She's coming.
The weeding tool to just sort of scrape it away. That's all I do. And then I usually pull it away with my fingers. The trickiest part.
You don't have a shirt on. You can't be in the camera.
Easy things and hard things.
You're not tired?
You can't get these letters read very well. You can always just cut it out, right? Worst comes
I want to get her in the camera.
the top.
Yep, I'm recording that night. I'm working out.
I know. I just hit the eye.
Okay.
It's the vinyl.
I'm gonna have to put you down in a minute, okay?
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
And then we also have, I usually hold this up to the light to see which parts you need. You can of course use a light.
Me here.
I'm not using it.
My
All
dog.
these little bits, if they
I need a
get
brush for a second.
in here on your class, you can carry your sheet and make a transfer to the t-shirt. So always get those off of your workspace as you leave.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Away from the
6,
T,
7, 8, 9, 10.
between and the T.
The other baby's up. Oh, be careful. Hold on, let me finish this. I'll pick you up when I'm done.
Now, as I said, these letters are going to be the trickiest part. It says Jennifer Anchor. It's definitely the trickiest part. Just be patient, and if you need to, you can use your tweezers to get the little bits off without hurting the letters. All right, there we have redid our whole design. Let's see if I can give you a better look at this. And that's what it looks like, and this is how it'll appear when we put it on our shirt. So now it's time to apply our Iron On design onto our t-shirt. I'm going to start with the Easy Press because I think many people have it, and it's really, I really think it's quite a bit superior to an iron, and that makes it a little easier to do. So we're going to do a test with the Easy Press. I'm going to make sure that this heart applies and the carrier sheet comes off and it looks good using our setting. This is our Cricut pressing mat, and we're going to use the yellow shirt. All right, so I'm gonna put this heart right here in the corner, just like this, so that we can press it and make sure that our settings are good. Of course, now we can figure out what the right settings are. So there is a whole interactive calculator online. The Cricut Easy Press Interactive Quick Reference Guide will tell you exactly what temperature and how long to preheat and how much pressure and what everything you need to do to get excellent results without having to guess at it. I still like to do the test. I'm going to t-shirt on.
Back here so I can put it on.
Alright, so here we go. So we're going to use Everyday Iron On as our material. And our base material is 100% and we're using a Cricut Easy Press mat. And this now tells us exactly what we need to use for our project. So must wash the item, which I have, and without fabric softener. Set temperature to 315 degrees, preheat for 5 seconds, apply heat and gentle pressure for 30 seconds. Flip the material over and press for 15 seconds, peel off warm, and of course, we need to allow 24 hours. Alright, so we're going to turn on the Cricut Easy Press power button. There. We want to set it to 315 degrees. So we press the thermometer button just once and then push the plus sign over at 315. Press the thermometer button again. We want 30 seconds, which is already set to, but if you don't know how to do that, you press the stopwatch button and then you use the plus and minus signs to adjust it to the proper length of time, and then you press the stopwatch button again. So right now we have it set to 3:15 for 30 seconds, which is going to be our maximum press time. So that's the right time that we want to use. And the instructions call for preheating our material. And all that means is we're going to take our Easy Press and we're going to press it down on our material for at least 5 seconds. It can be a little longer, that part really matters. The idea is you want to heat it up so that it removes moisture, it kind of also pre-shrinks the t-shirt as well, and it gets it ready for the iron-on vinyl application. So that's really important. Now you do want to wait until your Cricut Easy Press says it's on the right temperature. But what I love about this is that we can say a temperature, which we can't do with our iron. And it'll also time it for us. And it also has this really excellent flat surface that makes it so much easier to use. And this, by the way, is the smallest Cricut Easy Press. And there are 2 other sizes. But this project is fine with the smaller size. Alright, so we're all ready to go. We're at 3:15. We have our timer set for 30 seconds. We're going to start by preheating our surface for 5 seconds. You can press this button and it'll count down 5 seconds if you don't want to just guess at it. Alright, so now we want to place our part, our test, in the corner just like this. Okay? Now we're placing it, there's a sticky side to the carrier sheet.
Both of those, please. Yep, bring them here.
Just like this.
Yep,
Sure
give them
there's
to
no
me,
other
please.
Bits of anything, little parts that you weeded or anything like that.
Thank you.
Make sure your Cricut Easy Press says the right temperature. Another seconds again. And then we're going to place it on our mat. And we're going to press the green button to start the timer. And you want to give it gentle pressure. That means that you don't lean into it. You don't compress your mat. You're just giving it a gentle pressure. So I'm just gently pushing down right now on my t-shirt. There should be some pressure, but it shouldn't be, firm pressure or anything like that. Just gentle. And we're going to wait until our Cricut Easy Press beep when it's all finished. Alright? And now we need to flip it over and press it again for 15 seconds. Same temperature, 15 seconds. And there we go. So we can just watch the countdown on the Easy Press to make sure that we're doing 15 seconds. You don't need to move it around like you might with an iron. You're just pressing down with gentle pressure for this particular setting, for this shirt, and this iron material. Alright, now our next peel off warm. It does not mean peel off hot, because right now it's very hot. If you were to press your finger on this, you can even burn your finger. You want to wait a little bit until it's warm to the touch instead of hot to the touch. So, that will depend a little bit, it's hard. I like to look at the camera and see how it feels. Does it feel too hot? Definitely too hot. When you press on it and it feels too hot, it's too hot. So you just want to give it a little time. Don't confuse warm peel with hot peel. Just want to
30 seconds.
So the plastic is now warm. Alright, so now I would say it's warm.
Hold on, okay? 20 seconds, all right?
So we're going to
Count to 20 with me.
gently peel off
1,
the carrier sheet.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Just like that. And we have our first.
Almost done, okay?
Give you a closer look at this.
Almost
So
done.
here's a closer look at this. You can see
Finished